Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Welcome to our newest video. We've been a bit busy, but we finally got around to making this one. We'll tell
Always
you,
busy on site.
Always busy, yes. 3 kids and building and renovating and
Day jobs, cooking, cleaning.
All of
what
that.
else?
Writing.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, we will run you through what we got up to last week, a bit of the frame. I'm sure Andrew can explain a bit more about that.
Yep. So last week the work was focused up on the floor, a little bit away from here. We've got a video where I explain what we replaced, what we salvaged and what's new, and what the plan is for a couple of rooms. And today's video is in a new room.
What is earmarked as the main bedroom, hopefully.
I thought it was called the Love Nest.
Oh, very funny. There's a ensuite bathroom door that you can see through there. And
there is no door and no ensuite.
Well,
there will be an ensuite and a door at some point.
There's an opening. And also, this is also the room where we discovered the frescoes. You can see above the door there,
so,
one over there.
How can I finger to point? That bit there. So there's the original fresco on that side. And I think you said you were going to upload some pictures which were a little bit less grainy than this far video.
Yes, I will be putting some photos up of the frescoes on our group, the Chronicles of Château, the Capella, on Facebook. Also, we found one other one today under a windowsill, which was unusual because all the ones to date have been found above doors. So we weren't expecting the surprise today.
I haven't even seen that yet.
I've been scraping away trying to get the plaster off. Someone actually plastered over it. It's not as intricate as the ones in here, but still a great find. And
to be preserved. Because some of the discussions this week have been renovation, restoration, conservation, budget. Some of these things all take some more patience and some more time, and we need to make some decisions about where we are and where we're spending our money.
Indeed.
Anyway, anything else we want to talk about? We'll probably also have some mystery feature, because the video we took upstairs is about 2 minutes. So we're just going to have to randomly go through our phones and find something which is of interest, and there's always stuff of interest in our phones, but it's a surprise even to us. So when I get a chance and the kids are eating or in the bath or something and I've got some time, I'll be going and doing some of my fantastic video editing, which is of the most basic nature you can't imagine. And I hope you have something exciting to watch later. Anything else?
We'll be answering a few of your questions after the feature in the room upstairs. Yes, there's quite a few questions. Andrew actually opened a can of worms on the weekend by saying, was there any questions that anyone wanted to ask us? And we now have enough to last us a year, I think. But yes, we'll be starting to answer some of those for you after this.
Okay, see you in a minute.
So here we are up in the loft of the property. We're in the room above some of the bedrooms, and this was one of the areas which was affected most by some of the water damage. So as you can see, the beam was taken out there and replaced. There's a new beam, and we have new joists going across, and the flooring is in the middle of being put in. So this is a big part of the renovation for us, and obviously site safety, because I'll be doing the video from here and not over there. I'm not Spider-Man. But we wanted to show you what's happened and what's happening in the property. So lots of work in terms of making these safe, and also making them safe around the top curve of the windows. A bit of work there was needed to be done. And also there was an old chimney here, which is a chimney which is not in use. So that was removed to make more space for real property. And the rock wall here, this is the internal 3-foot wide rock wall that's in the property. Well, this is about 2 foot wide, this one I think. Or somewhere between 2 and 3. This is brought down so that the flooring could go over it, so it would create a nice level finish. I don't actually know what the exact purpose of this room is going to be. This room used to be 2, it was divided here, and you can see the raised area over behind me. I think this had some bedrooms in it. This was part of the loft which was actually habited originally, and other parts of the loft weren't habited, they were just left open. The plan is to put more lambrey up here like we have in the apartment, and you've seen the photos of previously. And then to, I guess at some stage, the chief designer, my wife, will finalise what this is on the floor plan, and we'll do the interior decorations accordingly. The plan now is to get it structurally ready and that blank canvas for decoration. Thanks for watching.
Hello, right, you're back. Now, this is going to be a bit like speed dating, because I'm going to have some questions here, which are from you, and we've not rehearsed these, and you've no idea what the questions are unless you've read them. And we want to try and fit it in 3 minutes as well. So, the first one is, people asked if we could do our introduction, names, locations. Oh no, that's a note for me. I'm going to introduce you by your name and your location, but I promise that I haven't been too Facebook stalking you. But I wanted to try and link the question back to the person. So, Matilda from Elanders Park.
Elanders Park.
It could be an N, I'm not sure.
Elanders Park.
What will we do with all the rooms? Well, I thought it's 1 room each and 1 for the cats each.
Yeah, we have 4 cats now and 3 children. And, well, then there's probably 1 or 2 guest rooms left, so...
So the plan is a few lounge rooms, kind of functiony rooms downstairs,
yes,
and a dining room, and then kitchen utility, and then a mix of bedrooms, bathrooms, office, and homeschooling room.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
Just as an example, this room is going to be the main bedroom, and instead of the bedroom next door to it being a bedroom, there's a door going through to it. It will become a lounge room to the bedroom, so some sort of suite effect.
Yeah. We're doing a question in 1.5 minutes, so we are terrible at this. Jean from Jan Kempdorp. Are we going to have staff?
Will you be paying them?
Well, I guess that's the definition of staff. The answer is maybe. We've already decided that part of the accommodation, there's a popular model in France where people live in with a small top-up salary for exchange of doing some work. So, for example, a couple, we've seen the models elsewhere in houses, where the couple, the female would work in the house, potentially, and the male would work out in the garden. They do so many hours a week, and they get accommodation as part of that.
Yeah,
and then they can do their own jobs and things what they want for extra income.
Yeah, free accommodation in exchange for helping to maintain the house and the grounds seems to be a common.
We're open to it. We're not sure.
Yeah, not sure yet, but
70% yes.
We're thinking about it.
Right, Erica from Par. And Ek from somewhere who I probably couldn't find. Some attention to detail in terms of my sandals and socks. Sandals again today. Well done, well spotted. And I do wear sandals and socks sometimes when it's really cold.
Oh, it's awful.
Well, I sit in my office and it gets really cold sometimes if you don't move around.
It's awful.
And the sandals are great for walking in and around site, and shoes on, shoes off, shoes on, shoes off.
But Andrew is not a fashionista at all.
Right. Kuba from Pretoria and 5 other people gave an idea about the French historical linkage.
Ooh, I think that's a long answer.
Should we take it offline then?
Yes, there are already a few answers on that question on the group, Chronicles of Château de Capelle. There's also a little bit on the page, which is just Château de Capelle. But yes, there's a lot of history. Just to sum it up quickly, it was built as a lazaretto in 1536. And after that, there are some ideas that there was some involvement with it being a warehouse for marble, people who worked on the marble industry, where the Garonne was used to transport marble to Versailles and Paris. I don't know much about the history in between, but then in the 1700s it became a home to Baron de Savon, and he's got a longer name than that, that's just a shortened version. With his family, and he was the bodyguard to King Louis the 16th.
This is the short version. I don't know.
And after that, in the 1800s, it became a home to the Sarrio family. And I believe before we bought it, the 2 sisters lived here by themselves, in the whole house by themselves. And that's about the last we know. And then it was empty for between 20 and 30 years.
Tough people.
Bought it.
Very little water, a toilet, no electricity, no telephone, no internet. But this was 50 years ago because it was empty for a while as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're really not doing good for our hit rates. Gregory from Maine and Alana, plus loads of other people, said they assume we're from America, and also asked about accommodation.
I think if you're watching this video, you can probably tell from my accent that I'm not from America.
And potentially from mine.
We have visited America. We'd like to see some more of the US. But no, I'm from South Africa originally. Andrew,
I'm from Australia.
Australian. We lived in England before we moved to France. Yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of people asked about accommodation.
Our current plan is to turn the apartment where we're staying, where we're living now, next door, to turn that into a gîte, it's called in France, so a self-catering apartment, once we move into the main house. So yes, there will be guest accommodation available. At the moment, that's the only one we have in mind for that.
Our main plan is this is going to be a family house for our big family, in terms of, well, 3 children and guests, as in family guests. So a lot of people have asked us, are we turning it into a hotel, especially in the town? A lot of people have asked, are we turning it into chambre d'hôtes? And our main response is this is going to be a family home, which is what it used to be. I think that's all we have time for, based on the time that we've taken, 6 minutes. So, as usual, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you on the next one. From us, it's...
A bientôt.